was here. This is one of the older ones. This is a newer one that we just got because this Torah, for us, is newer. This we did for our 150th birthday.
Pardon me, Rabbi.
Which is now wild. Sorry?
For the folks at home, your lab.
Oh.
Yes, thank you. So these are two different versions. This one we got, this was newer, but you can see there's this crown idea. That's the top of a pomegranate. You'll see these look like pomegranates too. It is. What kind of bird does that look like? Or an eagle or something like that maybe. It looks like that. You guys didn't get a touch, so if you want to touch this one too. Be gentle with it, right? So let me tell you something about this. You know what's interesting about the crown? There's also something else behind the Torahs. Exactly. And let me show you that too.
One more right here. Yeah, there you go.
Zachary didn't get to touch it.
I appreciate that. Watching out for a buddy. That's the way it should be. So let me show you. This is also very old. This is what's called a breastplate, and this goes also on the Torah. Now, the reason why I don't have them on the Torah is because I love the way these look, and I want to cover them up. They're gorgeous. But let me show you something. You may find this a little funny, but it's the truth. These used to be worn by the priests. The Kohanim would wear these, and at some point, we didn't have priests anymore in Judaism. We moved to the rabbis. And we moved to the rabbis, what we did was we took the priest's clothing and we put it onto the Torah. That's what we did. And that's why the Torah looks the way it does. Because this is what the priest would have worn on Yom Kippur Day. Priests would have been wearing something like this, doing very special prayers in the Holy of Holies. Only the head priest and God had a conversation by themselves. Every year on Yom Kippur. And then the priest would come out and he would bless the people. Yeah. That's great. Isn't that cool? That's the neat thing about going to different synagogues throughout the world. Not just the United States, throughout the world. And we do basically the same prayers. May sound a little different, may go a little faster in certain places, but that's the cool thing about being throughout the world. Now, when we're up here with the doors of the ark open, we're now going to do Avinu Malkeinu. So we're going to read it first on page 15. I'll read it on your behalf because I don't think you brought your prayer books, and that's perfectly okay. So we're going to say, Avinu Malkeinu, like a mother, like a father, God acts in special ways. Avinu Malkeinu, God helped Jews who lived long ago. Avinu Malkeinu, God hears our prayers today. Avinu Malkeinu, God helps us to make tomorrow safe. Avinu Malkeinu, like a mother, like a father, God acts in special ways.
Right. Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Vanenu. Avinu Malkeinu, Chonenu Vanenu, Ki ein banu masim. Hasei imanu, tzedakah v'chesed. Hasei imanu, tzedakah v'chesed, v'hoshienu. Hasei imanu, tzedakah v'chesed. Hasei imanu, tzedakah v'chesed, v'hoshienu.
Beautifully done.
Thank you.
So now we're going to close the doors of the ark. I wonder if you made that for me a long time ago. It's still here. Isn't that big doors, huh? Want to push that? Can you push that in? Nice and easy, guys. Nice and easy. Thank you. Nice. Beautiful. Nice and gentle. Thank you. Well done. So I would suggest those of you in the back, maybe you go down. Everyone else stay right here for now. Why don't you guys in the back go down first? We'll take our time as we go back to us. Any other questions you all have about what you saw? Cool. Yeah. So I asked if you had a question. Do you have a question, buddy?
Yeah.
That was for the priest, because there was something that made him look really special. Good question. Priests predate the rabbis, and they come before the rabbis in our tradition many, many years ago. And what they would do is they would lead the services. Thank you, Rabbi. Questions, right? Those were the good questions.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to get to. So, on page 57, we're going to continue on page 57, and this is very important about this. Yom Kippur is a special time saying, I'm sorry. We are sorry for not sharing. We are sorry for not being. We are sorry for not telling the truth. We are sorry for not being helpful. For all these things, we say, I'm sorry to our families. We say, I'm sorry to our teachers, friends, and neighbors. We say, I'm sorry to God. What I love about our tradition is we can't say sorry to God until we say sorry to each other. God doesn't hear us until we apologize to each other. I don't know if you knew that. So guess what we do today? We say, I'm sorry. That's what we do in Yom Kippur. So this is what I'm going to ask you to do right now. I want you to practice that with your family. Okay? Everyone in the family, and I see we have some 3-generation families sitting here, which is very cool. Let's practice saying, I'm sorry. Look at someone in your family. Think about something maybe you've done. I don't want to just hear, I'm sorry. Think about something you've done. Maybe you didn't clean up after you played with your toys that you were asked. That is a good one, I think, right? That was something we could take responsibility for. Did you put your dish back into the sink when you were done eating, or do you wait for someone else to do it? Right? Who dressed you this morning? Is this something you could start doing already? You better. Yeah, I was very excited. My grandson Eli started dressing himself this week. Very excited that Eli did that. Yeah, he put on his Dodgers shirt right away. We're very impressed. We're very happy. That's right. So let's take a moment, and maybe parents can demonstrate. Patient. We can raise our voices sometimes when we're impatient or frustrated, right? We could say things we shouldn't say sometimes, act in ways we shouldn't. So let's practice that. I want to hear, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry for yelling. All right, did everyone do it? So guess what? You have till Simchat Torah to do this. That's in our tradition, the rabbis teach us. So spend the time this week. Have a serious conversation. Really talk about your family and maybe things we could do a little bit differently. I would imagine some of you children, want to be treated like you're older. And we only can be treated we only be treated like we're older if, in fact, we act older. That's kind of the thing. That's kind of the way it works. Page 59, Yom Kippur reminds us to be kind, to share, to be gentle, to tell the truth, to be helpful, to be happy, to think about yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Oh God, help us be happier today than yesterday. Oh God, help me act more bravely tomorrow than I acted today.
Okay. Now we're going to put our hands on our hearts, and we're going to just tap our hearts to say that we're sorry. We're going to go tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. On Kippur, it's time to restart. Ay, 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 ay. Hashamnu,
Hashamnu,
Baganu,
Baganu,
Gazalnu,
Gazalnu,
Dibarnu Dofi.
Dibarnu Dofi.
So tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart. And so sometimes we say things like, we've made mistakes.
Mistakes.
We've done bad things.
We've done bad things.
But this is what the new year brings.
The new year brings
A chance to change.
a chance to change,
A chance to grow.
a chance to grow.
With one first step.
With one first step,
Nice and slow.
nice and slow.
Get ready. So tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. Tap, tap, tap your heart. On Yom Kippur, it's time to restart. Shana Tova, yeah.
All right. So remember what our job is today, right? Not to create more opportunities to say I'm sorry, but to actually say I'm sorry. That's what we want to do today. So we're going to conclude with Shana Tova, which means a good year for all of us, which is what our hope and prayer is for all people.
Lishana Tova Tikatevu, Lishana Tova Tikatevu, a good year, a year of peace we wish to you. One more time. Lishana